Borada. Hello and welcome. It's Wednesday night. It's Doddie Aid live time, and we're running a bit late, but I'm not taking the blame. It was all Mark and Steph Williams' fault. They would not shut up. They'll be on very, very soon. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a cracking week. I have put in more miles this Doddie Aid than I have in any of the previous Doddie Aids. It has been a belter, and I tell you what, the elastic on my waistband is feeling a little less tight. It really, really is. I still need a belt to hold it up, but it's been a good thing. I've seen so many people doing crazy stuff, and Melanie Torrance leading and organising all those Doddie Aiders up there in Aberdeen, and a clubber size party, 26,500 steps. That's a lot. Well played. Well played, Melanie. You have done a great job rallying the troops and getting everybody together. We've not got long to go. We've got just over a week, February the 5th. It's all over at midnight. So keep going, keep racking up all of those miles and steps and cycles and all those good things that you've been up to since 2021. Over 6 million raised and over 100,000 people involved. And I have loved speaking to people about Doddie Aid. And last week I left the live show and it was emotional. And tonight I think we're in for another belter. Week 5 starts tomorrow. It's the final push, and we've got Doggy Aid coming up. The Doggy Aid badge will go live. So get your mutt out there. If you've got the collar, if you've got the lead, get it tartaned up and get out there, wear your snood, wear your Brandon, say hello to people, get involved. It has been an interesting week. On Sunday evening, I had the honour, privilege maybe, of being invited to the Six Nations launch here in Edinburgh. What an event. Strange. Drones above Edinburgh Castle with all the logos and all sorts. But I got to meet Team Wales captain Laura Jane Jones, who's going to be joining us later for a catch-up, which is good news. But before that, we have got two of my favoritist humans. They are unbelievable, and they're a little bit cheeky. I'm not going to lie. They're a little bit cheeky. They've got a little edge to them, so I'm not quite sure where this is going to go. I got to meet them almost 2 years ago now, because I got roped in with the Grand Slam team on that cycle to Rome. We left Murrayfield. We went across to Ireland. We went down to the Aviva Thursday night in the Aviva Stadium, across to Wales for St David's Day. We travelled through Wales in the wind and rain and snow, and oh my goodness, the cyclists put in a shift. We visited schools, we visited clubs, we got to the Principality on the Saturday morning. But my highlight, we then went to Twickenham, we went to Paris, we went to Monaco, Pisa, we ended up in Rome. It was an incredible thing. And I kid you not, my highlight was at the end of St David's Day. Everybody was tired and emotional. There had been very little sleep for the best part of 2 and a bit days. Everybody was getting a bit cranky, and we rolled in to this rugby club in deepest, darkest Wales to be given the most incredible welcome. And as I walked up the little slope, there was 2 amazing humans stood right in front of me. Just before that, some crazy lady came charging up to me and went, "I'm frae Hoik." So I gave her quite a wide berth, because she's properly bonkers. And then I met these 2 people. I got a big hug. I gave a big hug. We swapped a bit of kit, and then we had a grand old night. So now we get to reconnect with them. Please welcome the legends that are, the Doddie champions that are, Steph and Mark Williams. On their dial-up broadband in Wales. Hello, the 2 of you.
Hello, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Good to see you both.
That was a hell of an introduction for us then, Bruce.
Well, do you know, that night, so we'd left Murrayfield at silly o'clock in the morning, cycled down, got the ferry across to Northern Ireland. We went to clubs, and we were treated brilliantly. We got to the Principality. The guy turned the lights on the Thursday night. We got the ferry across to Wales. everybody was struggling. The weather was hellish. We went to primary schools, we went to rugby clubs, and then we arrived to see you guys, and it was just incredible. And you'd been away on holiday, hadn't you?
Yeah, we come to, and we been to Bluestone. Yeah, we've been to Bluestone. Yeah, we came back on that Friday, didn't we? And then we had that event then in the evening. Yeah, that's right.
And there is a crazy lady at your club from Hoyk, isn't there?
Yeah, Scottish Wendy. That's what she's known as. You ask anybody, that's what she's known as, Scottish Wendy.
She sounds like a character for Gavin and Stacey, Scottish Wendy.
She's a legend. She's a legend, an absolute lady.
She's a scary lady. She is but full of fun. She was hilarious. And then I got to meet you two, and we spoke to heaps of people. The club was rammed. The atmosphere was great. That club's been really important to the two of you, hasn't it?
Yeah, massive. It's been a massive part of our journey. Mark spent most of his rugby career at Abertillery. He's wearing the jersey tonight. Yeah, and he also coached as well the minis and juniors, because Archie also a member of the club, and they have played a huge part in our journey. Not just like the friends that we've got there, but they've let us host all our events. They've held, like, they do all the fundraising they do as well. They hold a festival every year, and they always use our charity as their chosen charity that they've donated thousands to. The collections on the gate at the senior games as well, they've donated some of those to the charity. So they have been the backbone of everything, really, because everything is sort of based at the club. If we do anything, any event, any fun day, anything like that is always at the club, and they're always willing to accommodate, and they always do as much as they can for us. And so yeah, without them, we couldn't do what we do, basically.
It was so good. It was exactly what we all needed at that point. We needed that burst, and we needed to meet all you guys, and the club were great at hosting us, and we had a bit of sing song. We didn't let the English sing God Save the King, but we had a bit of Flower of Scotland and a bit of Welsh. It was just magic. And you two, I felt like I knew you, but I'd never met you in person, and we've been in touch on social media, and we keep in. And then the next time I got to see you in real actual life was at the 745 game just at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And I knew what was going on, but you didn't know what was going on. And
No,
it was
didn't.
and I had sent you a message, I think, saying, "Are you coming to the 745 game?" And that was before I knew what was happening. So talk us through it. What happened at the 745?
Yeah, so previously, before that, we had been speaking to Anna that invited us up to the gala dinner, the Doddie Aid gala dinner up in Edinburgh. We were invited up there, but we just kind of knew it was just too much of a mission for us. Logistically, we just couldn't do it. Mark's needs a lot more now, like with the things like that, and the traveling he finds really difficult. So it was. We did think about it, didn't we? We was looking all ways, and Anna, God bless her, she was literally looking at hotels, looking for different equipment hire for us up there. We were looking at vehicles because we was going to drive up. But in the end, we had to unfortunately decline the invite because we just couldn't make it happen, unfortunately, which we were really gutted about. But then at the 745 game, we were there now. We were just tucking into our chicken curry, and my sister-in-law Jodie was with us, and she said, "Don't give Mark his food yet." I said, "Why?" She went, "Someone's coming to see you." Well, obviously Mark's getting aggy now because he's angry. So I am cutting up this chicken into pieces like you've never seen, and I was like playing around with his food to try and like drag it out. Like his face was like, "Just get it in my goblet." I could see he was booming with me. But anyway, the first mouthful I put into his chops, here they come. Paul Thompson, Lewis Ludlow, all the film crew, they were all there, right? And all of a sudden, Anna started saying this speech now, and introducing myself and Mark, he only started choking on his chicken curry, and I mean proper choking, man. Everyone was there. He was being filmed. I was looking at him. His brother Nick and Jodie were like, didn't know what to do. The kids were there. I was banging his back. Anyway, coughed it up. I went, it's fine. It's okay. It's MND life. It's fine. We're all right. And he just carried on. Just carried on as normal. But
Class.
besides all that, then we were given, which we could not believe was probably the greatest honour that we've ever had as part of this journey. We were actually given a Doddie Wales cap, and we were crowned Doddie champions. Literally, the tears were flooding. It was just an incredible moment, and to share it with our children as well, which was absolutely amazing. And because it was so unexpected, and we don't do this for the recognition, and we do it because we genuinely want to help people. So to have that, it was just, it was incredible. We couldn't put into words really what it meant to us. It was absolutely amazing. And for Lewis Ludlow to actually present us with the cap as well, which was really special. He became a really good friend of ours. And I know you've supported Mark. I know he's a good friend with Ed. So it was such a special and touching moment then to receive that from Lewis, because he had become such a huge ambassador to the MND community, and he had done a lot of work behind the scenes up in Gloucester, with Ed's For Ed charity as well. So yeah, it was a one special moment, and it's a moment that we'll never ever forget.
I was gutted I could be there, and I knew it was happening, but I couldn't be there because I had to be down pitch side, and I didn't realise actually how much Lewis had been involved. And you're right, he is, and we were chatting about it off air before we came on about how special he's been, and how genuine he is. His involvement is because he wants to make things better, and if he can help, he will. And so good, so worthy. And you mentioned him a couple of times, Archie, and he's away. He's gone out. He's got better things to do than speak to me, which I totally understand. But he's been racking up some awards, and we were talking about it before we came on air. He doesn't see it as anything that special, but he said he's got another one last night.
Yeah, he had another one. So altogether, the first one he had was he was nominated and shortlisted by his school, and he was a charitable champion, and he was in a category with quite a lot of older children as well, and he actually won that. That was his first one for his dedication and hard work.
And that's what happens when you have dial-up broadband in Wales. Either that, or
sorry,
Mark pulled the plug because he was getting bored of Steph's chat. It might have been Mark.
Sorry. So he had the Charitable Champion Award, which he was given. That was back beginning in the summer, wasn't it? And then we got contacted by GAVO, which is the Gwent Association for Voluntary Organisations. He also got nominated for a Health and Wellbeing Award for that, because he gets everybody involved, all his teammates, all his schoolmates, and all that. So he won that category. But then, little did we know, he also won the award of the night, which is the Lord Lieutenant's Award. So it was the biggest award of the night. He won that, and he also got invited by the Lord Lieutenant to attend the Christmas Carol concert by the Princess of Wales up in Westminster Abbey. He said, I'm not going. Yeah. So I was trying to explain to him now, Archie, this is like probably a once in a lifetime thing that you will probably never do this again. Nah, I don't fancy going, he said. I went, right. So we didn't want to force him, we didn't want to drag him along. It was his award, it was his prize. So in the end, a few of our family members went on his behalf. So he did that. And then last night he won a Rugby Player of the Year award in school. And I've also just been in contact with our local council, local authority as well. He's been out, the councillors, the ward members are giving him an award of recognition for all his hard work and all his awareness and all the money that he raised for the the foundation and, of course, our charity as well. I think he's over just under £10,000 now that he raised for both charities. So, yeah, it's something that he's very, very proud of, isn't he? He's got all his trophies up on his shelf, and yeah, he's a proud wee man, and he just was saying at that 7-4-5 game as well, Bruce, you're going to laugh your head off at this. Johnny Wilkinson walked past, right? He put his head into our room, and what somebody said to Archie, do you want a selfie with Johnny Wilkinson? He went, nah.
I thought you were going to say, he said, who's he?
Yeah, well, that's how dry he is. He just don't get it.
Nah, I know, but he's living his life. He's doing his thing.
He played 10. Oh, yeah, Archie plays 10 now as well. So, but he was like, nah, don't want to. Fair enough.
Nah, he's just getting on with it. He's doing his thing. What a top man. I love that. I love it. Yeah. So I actually feel better now. If he's turned down the Prince and Princess of Wales, not wanting to talk to me tonight, I'm actually in reasonable company. Like I'm gonna take that. If Archie doesn't want to do it, Archie's not doing it. What a top man. And this year, Team Wales with the league tables changed a little bit. What's the thoughts on Team Wales' performance this year?
We're doing pretty well. If we cannot catch them Irish, mind, gotta be honest, really can't catch them. And Mark Reck and the English are pedaling backwards as well.
I would love you to tell that to Archie Curzon, because he was motivated last week. He was raging, absolutely raging. There's over 2,000 of the English as well. They're only on 72.6 is their average, I think. Well, you're almost at 100k average.
I know. We're doing well. In all fairness, Team Wales are absolutely smashing it this year, because I think we always come like last. We are usually last because it worked out a bit different this year, and they've changed the scoring, haven't they? So it's like on average. And a few of the boys that's in Team Wales, they are absolutely just smashing it. They are doing like 100k a day. Some of them are doing, like they're really trying to keep on top of that leaderboard. But yeah, I think we got like 620 odd members. I think we're on now, which is great. I think I was around about the same as last year, to be fair. But yeah, we have been a little bit silent at the start of the month just because Mark fell really poorly, so we couldn't push it as much as we had liked to. So these last 2 weeks we have just been like trying to push. But yeah, it's been good. We love it.
It made me laugh when Mark announced his return on the WhatsApp group. He was like, "Oh, sorry, folks, I've been a bit poorly, but I'm back now." And then it just turned into an exchange about who loved steak bakes the most. We're trying to work out if we could get one of the little badges for next year to be like sponsored by Greg's, who can consume the most sausage rolls and steak bakes. And then it became we'd need a North England team. Mark reckons Wales would dominate. I reckon Scotland would be right up there if it was a Greg's challenge. And then you'd have Sir John Kirwan going, "What's a Greg's? Like, we've not got Greg's in New Zealand. What's happening there?" It's class. I'm glad you're back and fighting fit, my man. Talk me through this onion thing. The Welsh I'm getting bombarded with onions. What's going on with onions?
It's top secret, Bruce. We have signed an oath. We cannot reveal anything. It is top secret to the Welsh nation, and I'm not going to say any more than that.
I was trying to work out, is onion in Welsh, is that spelling? Does that mean something else? What's the significance of an onion? Did St. David use an onion to slay the dragon? Like, did he make his eyes water? But what's going on with the onion? We've actually got a very special onion video coming up shortly.
All the Welsh people are just laughing and sniggering now. You know that. I don't know.
Hang on, is Scottish Wendy involved in the onions? Does she know?
Scottish Wendy doesn't know, I don't think. I don't think she's in. No.
I think if she did, she would spill the beans.
Team Scotland anyway. She wouldn't be Team Wales.
Quite right, Wendy. Quite right. Come home, Wendy. All is forgiven. we forgot why you left, Wendy. I remember when I said to her, "What brings you to Wales?" And she said, "Love." but she's not with that love anymore. She was dynamite. So come on then, we know a bit of your story. We know what's going on. Archie's doing great stuff. You're motivated. Your Mark is relentless on WhatsApp. What's the hope for the future? What do you hope we can get in this short term?
Well, things like this, Bruce, to be honest, keeps us motivated. If we haven't got anything going on like this or a event of some sort, then we just kind of go downhill now. With Mark's mobility now, we don't travel far, we don't go far. Mark's just much more comfortable at home. He just gets so tired. The fatigue is really unreal, isn't it? So we kind of he uses his energy for the things that he really wants to do, and he socializes with the people he really wants to socialize with. And we've learned this as time have gone on, and we've just wasted time, wasted energy, and sometimes it's just not worth it. So we've got a few things in the pipeline coming up, haven't we? I know that the team, Rob and his team, are coming down to Wales now in March. Remind me, the Crown.
The Triple Crown. The Triple Crown cycle coming to Wales.
Yeah, so they're coming down there. So that's all in plan, in motion there. Our lads, the Defiance Army, they are raising money for our charity, the Defiance Trust. They are doing a ride from Aberdeen to Abertillery. So they'll be coming up to your way, and that's going to be in June. Is it June? Yeah, it is June time, isn't it?
Yeah, wait till there's some sunshine.
Yeah.
None of this February nonsense.
So they're doing a bike ride from the Aberdeen to Abertillery. And yeah, so that's all in plan, in motion at the minute. Some of it's going to be virtual, and some of it's actually going to be live. So they are actually going to Scotland, and we should. Type it.
There's a special message coming through the one and only Rob Wainwright. He's looking forward to seeing you in March. He's saying June's a bit soft, so he's looking forward to seeing you in March. Rob Wainwright, the loveliest guy with the biggest heart, but geez, he scares the life out of me. He's always got some half-baked idea.
Oh, one day at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't look too far, do we? We just kind of just take it one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. And Mark's 4 years into his journey now, and we have met some incredible people. If we have lived more in the last 4 years and experienced amazing things in the last 4 years that we would have ever done in our lifetime if we wasn't impacted by this horrendous disease, even though it's something that we don't want to happen. Now it has. We just got to deal with it. But we have just done some amazing things and some unforgettable memories, really. And he's still here. He's still fighting. He's still as stubborn as ever. One take telling. And yeah, we just getting through it. And people like you, Bruce, to help us along the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's much help, but I do enjoy the chat, the WhatsApp messages. You know when he's got a bit of energy because he starts firing abuse at people. I tell you what, his ability to sling mud is still absolutely up there. He loves a bit of wind up, and I reckon we're going to have to work out if we can come down and then just go and hit a Greg somewhere. Have you got one of the Gregs nearby that's got the sit-in cafe now?
Yeah, we got two. Look who he is, Bruce.
There he is, Archie boy. How are you?
All right.
Where have you been?
Oh, my friend's house.
What's her name?
Henson.
What's her name? Didn't give me this. What's her name? Who were you really going to see?
What's her name? Who did you really go to see? He said.
What do you mean?
He said you go to see a girl.
Were you with a girl?
Oh yeah.
I was trying to think of Welsh women there, but you've probably got no idea who Charlotte Church is.
Charlotte Church, do you know who that is?
No.
Nah, neither do we. Archie, congratulations on all your awards.
Oh, thank you.
We're all very proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Have you got another plan? Have you got something else in the pipeline that you're working on just now?
I do a dual-thon, don't know.
What's a dual-thon?
Bike ride and a run.
Oh, yeah.
A 20k is your next event, isn't it?
Yeah.
And are you getting lots of people involved? People from the rugby club, people from school?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're some man. I reckon you're a future Wales captain, my man. I like that. I like the smile and the eyebrow raise. Just keeping it cool. Archie, it's been great to see you. I'm glad you made a little guest appearance because your mum tells me you didn't want to go and see the Prince and Princess of Wales, but you came to see Bruce Aitchison. That means a lot to me, my man. Do you know what else? I'm very jealous. Me and your dad are very jealous of you. Do you know why?
Why?
Because you've got a fringe. Me and your dad have not had a fringe for a very, very long time, so we're very jealous. You're looking good, my man. Listen, folks, it's been great to see you. We love you very much. Steph, I'm going to leave you with the last word because I'm not letting Mark speak. Give us a rallying call for Team Wales.
Yeah. There's two things I just want. One, I just want to say big to our Defiance Army and the lads that have been in there because they have been absolutely relentless. And yeah, just everybody in general have just been absolutely relentless at this year's Doddie Aid. Not just in Team Wales, but England, Scotland and Ireland. Absolutely incredible. There's still time to sign up and please do if you can. And just another thing as well, I just wanted to mention Gilwan Primary School in Team Wales as well. They have racked up over 2,000 kilometres. Each pupil's running a kilometre a day in school. They held a Doddie Aid day last Friday in school, which they did like a little bit of a circuit training. And all these kids it's a primary school, so they're aged from like 7 up till age 10, 11. And they've been absolutely amazing. And they've also raised over a whopping £1,000 for the Doddie Foundation as well. So I just want to say a big shout out to those because I know the head teacher there is one of our friends, and a little boy, Griff, that attends Gilwan Primary School is one of Archie's teammates as well in rugby. And he's been pushing it in school they've been absolutely fantastic. He is an absolute legend, Mark just said. So I just want to give a big round of applause to Gilwan Primary School as well. But yeah, come on, sign up, Team Wales, or anybody, just sign up to Doddie Aid. You've only got a week left. What is 20 quid? That is nothing, don't go down the pub this weekend. Don't have that takeaway. Use that 20 quid to sign up to Doddie Aid.
That's what it's about. It's about 12 steak bakes, Mark, is it? 20 quid?
About that. So not that much these days, 20 quid.
Make the healthy choice. Cut out the next 12 steak bakes and sign up to Doddie Aid. I reckon there's another measurement. It's like when people say inflation. Have you seen how much a Freddo is now? We could start measuring things in steak bakes.
Archie's favourite there, aren't they, Pat?
Yeah.
Great to see you, everybody. Look after yourself. Archie, look after these two. I worry about them. You're in charge, my man. Okay?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Good lad. Cheers, folks.
Bye.
Bye-bye. How good. 3 of the world's greatest humans. Absolutely love it. And Archie just continuing the work, keeping it in people's minds and raising awareness as well as raising money and getting other people involved, making them see that being passionate about a cause is a good thing. Now, this onion thing is beginning to mess with my mind because I'm getting bombarded with it now. Anna and Sean, who put things together, have been working away, and we've been sent so many pictures that they've put this together. And if anybody's able to shed any light on it, please talk us through what the story is with the onions. Belgium, croquet, Scotland, like these onions are appearing everywhere. Team Wales are absolutely at it and got everybody guessing. I've got no clue what's going on. Incredible, Mark and Steph, the work that they've done, how they continue to keep things going, so good. Lots of people to say hello to. Heather Dunn, who's been out walking with her snuggle monster Fagin, whenever she can, managing to reach her goal for Doddie Aid, so she's increased it. Well done, Heather. Thank you to all the Doddie Aid team managers for the past 6 years who have put so much time and effort and energy into it. Hello to Kaz Jones, who takes a lot of great photos and scenery of wildlife and has hit her target of 300 miles. Hi to Martha Simpson, who's been making happy faces on her Doddie miles before pulling a muscle in a run and having some unexpected visit to minor injuries. Martha, there's got to be more to that story. We need to shed some more light on that one. Hello, Ian Clark, who's been putting in the Watopia miles by running organised Zwift rides, separate to the coffee and cake on a Sunday. And then before we get to our Welsh captain, a huge thank you and well done to the one and only Douglas Stephen, the owner of the Doddie Icon tractor, who is the man who just says, if you need it, I'll get it there. And it's been all over. And this week it's been up at the Knockhill circuit. We saw a video from last week. There's more to come. He's had some local celebrities in it. It's at the meet where Richard Ellis has gathered people together. Dougie Stephen will get that tractor to events to make sure that it can continue to raise awareness. It's been at Murrayfield for internationals. It's been all over the place, and people scan the QR code and make donations to the foundation, and the contribution of raising awareness and money by Douglas Stephen, who was made a Doddie champion at the dinner in November, absolutely fantastic. Okay, time to bring in a great Doddie Aid supporter, Wales captain, 2 years on the bounce. I saw her on Sunday night at the Six Nations launch. She was up here in Old Reekie for the launch. Busy person. So let's not waste any more of our time and bring in the one and the only Welsh El Capitan, Laura Jane Jones. Hello there.
Hey, Brucey, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good to see you again. Twice in 1 week. People are going to start talking.
I know. I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to join in with the Ceilidh dancing at the end of the Burns Night celebrations put on by Guinness on Sunday ahead of the launch on Monday. But we've got Wales Scotland in a few weeks, so perhaps I'll find a kilted man to lead me around a dance floor then.
I could point a few in your direction if you were looking. It was great to see you and back as Wales captain. How does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I was delighted to get the call up a second year on the bounce, and I saw Anna and the team at the 745 game before Christmas there, and we talked about it, and yeah, I was really pleased to be involved again and support the charity and support Doddie Aid, which we do talk about January being our Doddie Aid month, but I do love the fact that once people have got these snoods this month, they do wear them all year, and we see them kind of go through this evolution of what they are at the moment. They're keeping people's necks warm, but there'll be sweatbands on heads come summer runs and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always so amazing to be able to wear this with such pride and wear Doddie's blue and yellow tartan alongside our Team Wales colours as well. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
Class. I tend to use it as a double chin removal device.
Yeah, that's also quite handy, isn't it? It's quite handy.
That's how I like to go for it. Now, it's been 12 months since the last Doddie Aid, and you've been a busy person. And we had that incredible summer of women's rugby. Are you able to pick out some highlights from the last 12 months? Because you've been all over. I saw you at the 745 game.
Yeah.
You Six Nations launch, PWR. There's been so much going on.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a great year. And before we had the Women's Rugby World Cup, we of course had the Lions. I didn't get down to Australia. I was up here working on it, producing the magazine show, Lions Share, which was just so much fun to work on and was really special to see. Those of us who grew up on 97 and that documentary behind the scenes really kind of sparked a love for the Lions for modern times. And we all know that Doddie was such a huge part of that, and his mistaken identity kind of quote that still lives on so much. And it was amazing to hear the boys who were on the tour this year referencing things like that. And before that, we had the game obviously in Dublin, and I got to see Kathy and Hamish there in Dublin, which was really nice. Hamish had a few beers and was his cheeky self. So, I did nearly fill him in by the end of the night. But, that's Hamish Weir for you guys.
Join the queue, LJ.
Yeah. So it was a great summer. And then, we went into the Women's Rugby World Cup, which was, it wasn't my first. And, I very much hope it's not my last. But it was certainly the best so far. And, for all the home nations, seeing all four of them represented in the World Cup this time, which we hadn't seen in 2022, was incredibly special. And, having been really kind of in a front row seat for the journey of the Scotland girls, especially over the past few years, and the struggles and to see what they achieved, and led by Brian Eason, who is absolutely fantastic, whom I love to bits, and Rachel Malcolm, who's just been the most incredible Scotland captain. That was great to have a front row seat for, and then to watch the Red Roses girls, some of whom I've known since they were quite young, lift that trophy at Twickenham. It was all inspiring and loads of fun and everything in between. So it's been a big year. And then, as you said, Six Nations launched this week, and we're back into it again. So it's it doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's been busy. Take yourself back to that summer. Was there a point in those 6 to 8 weeks where you froze and thought, I can't believe this is where we are, or what we're doing, or that I'm in this place?
Oh, I mean, I think that week in, week out, I'll be honest with you, because it's just us chatting, isn't it? No one's sat here listening to us. But about a week out from the Women's Rugby World Cup, I nearly called my boss at World Rugby, the lovely Steve Jameson, and told him, I can't do this. I'm not qualified to be here in this role. Stood, asking these incredible athletes who've worked so hard to get here these questions, and had a real kind of crisis of confidence, because the women's game has grown from, not that long ago, watching international matches at Taffs Well, or my great friend Nolly Waterman talks at great length about the occasion of Scotland hosting England in a women's international at Murrayfield for the first time, but because everyone had evacuated the stands by the time the girls took to the field, she trod on a chip packet on her way out, and that was under her foot for most of the first half. So we've come a really long way, and for those of us who've been in the women's game for that amount of time, it's quite staggering, really. That this growth and this interest, and to see girls who, the likes of Ellie Kildan, who I've been watching since she was very young, and Alona Marr, who, I remember interviewing her when she first made her entrance into sevens in 2018. These girls are now global superstars, and to be part of that is really special, and really really amazing to see young girls and boys have such an affinity to these players. So it's been really good.
Yeah, incredible. And you put it very, very well. The other great thing that's happened over the last few years, the Women's Six Nations now has its own time in the calendar, which is absolutely needed. But we're about to come upon the men's Six Nations. We were at the launch on Sunday. There's obviously lots going on. We're starting on a Thursday for some ridiculous reason.
Well, why that is, Bruce?
Yes, I do.
Because the Winter Olympics opening ceremony is on Friday night, so we're not to clash with that. And it's a new frontier for rugby. And if anything is going to move this game on, it's us moving with the times. And I'm really excited for Thursday Night Lights. I think it's going to be a really nice way for rugby to not compete with anything else. I obviously exclude EastEnders from that, but we won't be competing with any other sport. So if you've got a friend who doesn't normally watch rugby, what better thing to do next Thursday than take them to the pub with you? Walk there, obviously, and log your Doddie Aid miles. But what better way to celebrate the start of this tournament by it not clashing with Saturday football, with people playing golf, whatever that is, that rugby has its own spot on Thursday night, and I can't wait.
You're a better human than me. There's a fair bit going on in Wales at the moment. I can't even pretend to understand a lot of it. And it seems to be every day there's something else has happened or someone else has said something. Putting all of that aside, a lot of the experts are saying that Wales are candidates for the wooden spoon. Is that the general opinion?
I think it would be unrealistic to say that Wales are in any position to be shouting about winning the tournament this year. Stranger things have happened in this championship. We know that. I think if we're realistic, we are in a building phase, and we're unfortunately close to a Rugby World Cup. We're 18 months out So it's really important that this Six Nations is a success for Steve Tandy in finding who his personnel are, and building some experience into these players for them. Look, there are positives. The regions have actually gone well over the last few weeks. The Dragons are in a more purple patch than we've seen. Perhaps not purple, but it's a light shade of lilac at least. Cardiff have been going well in the league. Again, we beat Benetton on the weekend, and that was great. And there are positives. There is great talent in Wales, and there always will be. We always will be a rugby nation and a production line for that. And if anything, we're not writing this Rugby World Cup off, but it might be a period of readjustment for Wales, and us, kind of considering what rugby needs to look like in the future. And look, I'm a realist. Do I think that Wales are going to win this Six Nations now, 10 days out from the tournament? Absolutely not. And I think we could get a hiding in a number of those games. But next Friday, when I've pitched up in London ahead of facing England at Twickenham, the old enemy, at their HQ, as they love to call it, will I be saying, well, we could win tomorrow? Yes, I absolutely will be, because it's the hope that kills you when you're Welsh.
And Scottish, and I love that when you get, I love how you had a little niggle there about the HQs, they love to call it. Yeah, we hear that. We are all part of the same family. Looking at Doddie Aid and looking at social media, has there been anything that's grabbed you, or any highlights, anybody in particular that you thought that's the good stuff?
Well, I feel like I'm really echoing what Steph's just talked about, but I mean, and how great is Steph to listen to, by the way? I mean, she could be a character straight out of Gavin and Stacey when she talks. And I also do want to highlight that a steak bake is about £2.30 nowadays. So if you are joining up in the last few days of Doddie Aid, it's not even 12 steak bakes that you could buy. It's less than that. But I've been really struck by the support of Mark's Defiance Army, and the reposting that Mark and Steph have done of the mileage that those boys have put up for Doddie Aid and for the charity. And it's one of those things. And we know that we've heard Kevin Sinfield talk about it a lot. And we know that Rob Wainwright talks about it a lot as well. Those of us who have, lucky to be living in bodies that aren't affected by this absolutely horrific disease, we're lucky to have them. And if we can use them and push through and put some mileage on the board, we'll do that. But we know that any journey and anything that we're doing doesn't compare to what Mark goes through on the daily. And I think it's incredible testament to men like Mark, and as I mentioned, Kevin Sinfield and Rob Wainwright, men like Doddie and Rob Burrow, that people want to put themselves through this just to show a little bit of, we're with you on your struggle. And every year that's what really gets me. It's people's personal stories of how they're affected by their friends and family that are affected by motor neuron disease and ALS. So yeah, it's been emotional again, hasn't it? But incredibly special to see people support the way that they do.
Yeah, amen. Absolutely love it. It's been great to see you. No doubt you are ridiculously busy. It's great to have your support and sharing what you do and being involved. And, I look forward to seeing that Welsh snood making an appearance at HQ and maybe winding a few people up, which I like.
I'm going to try and get up your way again next week, actually, because ahead of Calcutta Cup being on Valentine's weekend, I've got some ideas that I'd like to take them to Scotland camp. So let's see if ITV let me loose. Now that Gregor has performed in such beautiful ways to me on Monday, Robbie Burns' Red Rose poem, which I'd never heard before. So it all feels very fitting for Valentine's in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, it could be a Valentine's Day to remember, or absolutely one to forget. It's going to be a belter. It's going to be a belter. Go for it. The stage is yours. Give us that last rallying call as we approach our final week of Doddie Aid.
I think, and not to be nonchalant about the mileage and who wins this, but it isn't a competition between nations, really. When we boil this down, we're all in this together. We all want to fight this disease together. But what I do love to see is everyone representing in their snood. So even if there are only a few days left of Doddie Aid this year, if you haven't joined, if you haven't paid your £20 and received your beautiful snood in the post, no matter what team you are with, please do it now, because you get to wear it all year. And when you see somebody else in the street wearing theirs, you know that we're all in this fight together against this awful disease, and we will find a cure, and we will do it together.
Love it. And I do like it when you see people in the street and you can say hello and share a glass and maybe stop and have a chat and share a steak bake. £2.30. I didn't think it's because I've got the app. That's maybe why.
That's how I checked. I went to my recent transactions, even though I had a sausage, bean and cheese melt yesterday. I've started to go off steak bakes. I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but for me, it's the sausage, bean, and cheese melt nowadays.
The last steak bake I had, I think, had been heated in a nuclear reactor. I'm still suffering on my right cheek from my last steak bake.
Yeah, my dad likes to put them on the radiator. He says that's how you authentically heat them at home. Don't put it in the microwave. So he pops it on the radiator. He also, because he likes to buy the boxes of them from Iceland Warehouse, he will take it out the oven, and then he's got a timer for the exact amount of time to leave it to eat it once it's come out of the oven if you make them at home. Having done a lot of qualitative research into said pasty eating. So if anyone wants any info on that, I'll share that, I'm sure.
That is a TikTok channel I am following. How to perfect the steak bake. Laura Jane, great to see you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the Six Nations, and maybe we'll see you in Edinburgh. Thank you.
Hopefully see you soon.
Bye. Love heating on the radiator. I thought I was tight, but if the heating's going to be on, I might as well make the most of it and heat my steak bake. So many good things coming out of this. I unfortunately have probably strung everything out. So let's have a look and see what's been going on the last week. Sean has again put together another montage of pictures. Let's see if you can spot yourself. Do you know anybody? And we've only got one of these shows to go, so I need you to up your game so that you're in the montage next week. Please keep sharing your pictures and inspiring people to get involved. But let's enjoy and see what you've been up to in the last week. Heaps of good people. Alec Ferguson even making an appearance at Pittodrie in the background of one of those pictures. People all wrapped up with their bobble hats on, their snoods, their jackets, there's snow, there's flooding, and then James Cakes Robertson on his bike in Dubai in the baking hot sunshine in the middle of the sand pit. Love that. We are far-reaching at Doddie Aid. You're being joined by so many good people. I've got a few more shout-outs here, so let's have a look. Alistair Edmond, an incredible My Name is Doddie Foundation volunteer and digital volunteer and speaker. Involved with Team Wales, always banging the drum and winding me up about the onions. Jenny Starkey put in an incredible effort this year, sharing her experiences of living with MND to help make a difference. Thanks, Jenny. We love having you with us. Amanda, Hazel, Hillen, Simon, Katie, Superstar Team Scotland digital volunteers who are behind the scenes encouraging everybody to get involved in Doddie Aid. Owen Pritchard, who's hit his target of 1,000 kilometres. 1,000 individual kilometres. We heard about the brilliant primary school that have raised over £1,000 for motor neuron disease and had a Doddie Day in school. They've clocked up over 2,000 kilometres. Gilwern Primary School in Wales. Andrew Humphreys, 300 miles completed, so added another 100 miles to his target. Mark Lodge getting out in all weathers. Jane Halhead, who is just relentless in her support of the MND community. A huge support to everybody, and geez, if she doesn't know it, nobody does. Hi to Lindsay Mingus. Mingus, no Menzies. Hello, Lindsay Mingus, who's been walking around Edinburgh looking for doors showing the number that day of Doddie Aid, which is just class. She did it last year as well. The Defiance Army, 134 members, over 22,000 miles logged. To Julie Douglas, who's reached her target of 592 miles and has raised a whole heap of cash. To Jackie Onions, Mary Rose Hunter, Rachel Butler, all continuing to put in the hard yards and posting those mysterious onion pictures. I'm still not really sure I get it. Maybe all will be revealed next week. Next week, we've got Captain Wainwright and Mark Beaumont to join us to talk about their Triple Crown ride and to sum up what's been going on with Doddie Aid. Folks, we're almost there. We've got 1 week to go. Time flies when you're having fun, even though January feels like it's lasted about 4.5 years and payday is almost here. So enjoy whatever it is you're up to. Get together. This is the final push. Let's go for it. Take that doggy out. Claim your doggy prize. Sorry. Keep sharing the pictures. Keep speaking to each other. Keep messaging. Keep encouraging. Join a league for the last week. Just enjoy. And if you can't do it, that's okay too. Just encourage those that can. We've heard from Mark and Steph. Not able to hear Mark, although he was grunting away and messaging me on WhatsApp as we were talking. He is relentless. He's not going to stop, which means neither can we. We've got to keep going for all those people, for Doddie, for Rob, for Ed, for Mark, for Jenny, for all those people that are suffering from MND and all the people that love them, their family and their friends. Doddie Aid means so much in the support, the community, raising awareness, raising money, and we're going to keep edging closer to finding treatments and hopefully preventions and cures. Stay together, folks. Doddie Aid's an amazing thing. Doddie Aiders are amazing people. We've got almost a week to go. Stick together. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Love you. Doddie, Doddie, Doddie.